welcome back to the Jasmine Star Show. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to deal it to you straight. You and me, we're about to have a conversation. You know, like I have to emphasize all of those syllables because that's how things are going to go down right about now. I'm going to admit that sometimes building a business is lonely. There are so many questions to ask. You know, you got to solve a lot of problems. You feel, or at least I do, like a lot of pressure to get it right. And then all of a sudden, it's tempting to wish for a magic genie in a lamp that will give you all the answers you need. Along those same lines, I use JD as my personal genie whenever I'm talking and needing to work things out. And I'm going to get real and let you know that a couple of days ago, we were talking and he stopped me mid-sentence. He held up his hand and he said, "But you realize you've stayed up till 2 a.m. 1,000 times, right?" And then I paused because he was right. You know, here we are talking about not having all the answers. And he reminds me of all the time that I would just stay up looking for the answers, feeling totally alone. I stayed up past 2 a.m. trying to build my first website. Now, this was many years ago. I had no idea what I was doing. I had none. I was just using this like website interface and I kept on like adding buttons and adding links and moving photos and adding borders. And like it got uglier and uglier, you guys. I can't even make this up. I added falling feathers to my website. Like you would load this website back in, oh God, it's making me cringe just thinking about it. He would load this website around 2008 and then feathers would fall from the top. Okay, that website lived, I'm not even lying, for about 48 hours, but it just got uglier. And I was desperate to fix it, but I felt so alone. Now, on the other hand, another 2 a.m. night, I was creating my very first opt-in. This is sometimes called like a freebie page or a landing page. And I was doing it alone. And I got so desperate that I woke JD up from his slumber. Okay, because when you first put your head on the pillow and you fall asleep, that's called sleep. When it's 2 a.m, that's straight slumber, right? So I wake him up from his slumber. And I was like, yo, can you help me connect like the tech part of this page? For some reason, I'm not getting the way that this is working. And then we sat in the dark trying to figure out what to do until like, boom, magic. We had figured it out. We high-fived each other when we finally got it to work and we were just feeling ourselves. And sometimes building a business is lonely. Like when I was building my website. And then sometimes building a business is made better when you can high five a friend. Or like these days, come on, let's be real. Like maybe you can high five a friend, like air high five from like 6 feet away from each other and then use hand sanitizer. Okay, we're safe up in here. Now, I get it. Like here I am bringing up these personal stories of staying up late to find the right answers when you wonder, is there even right one? And how does it feel to do it alone? And then how does it feel to high five somebody? When it comes to support and a big digital push, we here at Social Curator, the entire team and myself, we're definitely not genies in a magic lamp, but we have had the honor of coaching thousands of business owners to take their business to the next level. And I'm just going to come out and say it, like I'm going to admit what I really want. I want to help you. I want to help you next. I think that we want this community to be part of this journey. Like, sure, I think it's really easy to make claims about how, we give you tools to double your business, right? Like people say that often, but the proof is in the success stories. The Social Curator group coaching sessions, hosted by yours truly, and y'all have even heard a few of them right here on this podcast. Those things and our proven time-saving social media content creation system, that's helped entrepreneurs grow their businesses bigger than they could have imagined. Just yesterday in my DM, I got a message from a girl who said, Jasmine, I had my first 6-figure launch, teaching people how to, wait for it, friends, make quilts. She launched a course on how to make quilts and then marketed her course on social media and broke 6 figures. That was bigger than what she imagined. And that's just one of so many stories. But the best part when we talk about doing things together is that you're taking your business to the next level along with thousands of brilliant dreamers and hustlers just like you. As a member of Social Curator, we have this private community, and then you connect with like-minded business owners in your industry, and then you gain insights and participate in helpful collaborations with a wide range of entrepreneurs. Imagine all the virtual high fives when you start collaborating with members in the group. And, in addition to all of the community aspect and the coaching aspect, we have a ton of other live classes, resources, tutorials taught by the Social Curator team for one thing. That's to keep you accountable. There comes a point in your business where you have to take personal accountability. If you were to take inventory, how really are you showing up? Just be real right now. Ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm not really showing up, and 10, I'm showing up in massive capacities and I'm really proud of my efforts on social media, where do you fall in that spectrum? It's easy to say it doesn't work for me or I don't have time. But really, what are we doing to create that time? Because what it really takes to see results in business and on social media isn't knowing more. It's actually doing more. So let me say it again for the people in the back. If you want to see more results, you don't need more information. You need to do the work and take action on the information you already have. So on a personal note, yes, I know we chat about all things business, on this podcast, we out here about business, but this example seems appropriate, even though it's personal. I want to share it right now. When JD and I started the adoption process, I would scour the internet for endless hours. Now, we had been in the process over a decade, and it seemed like the closer and closer we got to making a decision, the more and more research I needed to do. I'd read forums, I'd join webinars, I'd read blog posts, I'd watch YouTube videos about what to expect when you're adopting. Every time I made an effort to make a decision, we were right on the precipice of being is it this path? Is it this path? Is it this path? Then all of a sudden I would quickly revert to, you know what? Let me just research a little bit more. You see, when I feel ready, I'll set up the meeting with the social worker. Let me interview just one more agency to get their advice. Friend, I was consumed with learning about adoption, but not so secretly terrified to take action because of all the unknowns. I was afraid, I was uncertain, so I just stayed busy and tried to avoid facing the fact that I simply was just not taking action. I was busy, but I wasn't busy taking action. Now, I know I probably just hit a nerve with some people. I totally get it. For those who have purchased a bunch of courses, read a million self-help books, listened to all of the top marketing podcasts, and are still wondering why you haven't seen results, those are the people who I might be offending right now. But that's okay. It's totally okay if you are in agreement. Wow, I totally agree. I see it. And some people are hearing this and being don't talk to me that way. You don't know me. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the full spectrum because I'm not in the business of being late. I'm in the business of transformation. You don't need to like me to have your life and business transformed. You just need to trust the system that I subscribe to. Whether that is a transformation of your sales, of your health, your relationships, or your social media engagement, I want to help change your life and your business by giving you a step-by-step path toward your dreams. It's in the name of transformation that I encourage people to hold themselves and each other accountable in the Social Curator community. Because on the days when you don't feel like it, on the weeks when you're not in the mood to plan your social media posts, or on the mornings that you don't want to get out of bed and record that TikTok video like you had planned, that is where accountability comes in. That's where you go into a group or you talk to another curator and say, I don't feel like showing up today. And they will remind you why you do what you do. And then, only then, when you show up on the days that your motivation is nowhere to be found, then that is when you will experience true transformation. Now, I'll admit it. A lot of our members don't join for life-changing transformations. Okay, I totally get that. A lot of our members don't join to double their business or even make more money. They simply join to make social media planning easier with our customizable templates and story sets and lifestyle photos. But after a few weeks, they realize they're getting a lot more out of the membership than they expected, like Nikki Nurse with her jewelry design business.
Hi. Okay, so I joined in 2018, and when I first joined, I used the captions because I needed help, and I didn't know how to captivate people, or rather, I didn't feel confident enough with sharing my voice to capture people. So Social Curator gave me that confidence, and now, all these years later, I'm able to still use the captions, but formulate them into my own language, and I feel so much bolder and confident with them. Plus, I love the photo options that are in the captions as well, because that gives me ideas on how I can do my own photos for that caption. Amazing job, Social Curator.
Nikki spoke to something powerful here. She spoke about confidence. She spoke about being insecure in her voice and not knowing how to speak to her audience in a relatable way that would resonate with them and encourage them to buy her products. Have you ever felt that same way? I know so many business owners who come into Social Curator feeling uncomfortable with their voice, think they're awkward on camera, or maybe they just simply lack the confidence in themselves to even try. But they take a chance on themselves when they join the membership by listening to the little flicker of a flame within them, and maybe you, that says, you were made for more. As a new member, they hop in the group coaching with me. They get consistent with their social media presence. Maybe they attend an implementation call with my team, and then they start to take action. And you want to know what? Little by little, they begin to see a transformation of their own. Like curator Jelena Martinez, she saw this big transformation with her online fashion boutique.
Hi. So I took your advice, the hashtags. I went from 10 profile visits to 81, and 500 impressions to 1,700 impressions in one post and 20 new followers with one post.
This is absolutely incredible. I'm blown away by you.
Yes.
I'm blown away by you.
This was just in one post, Jasmine. And I saw those, the analytics. I was like, I have to tell Jasmine, she needs to see my comment somewhere because it was so successful. Just taking the tips. I saw your live last week and I took those tips and it just exploded. I'm like, she knows what she's talking about.
Well, yes and amen.
Now, of course, Jelena's results on Instagram are absolutely incredible. But friend, I want you to know that Social Curator transformations don't only happen on Instagram. A few months ago, do you remember a coaching session that aired on the podcast? And it was a group coaching session. I invited a few members, one of them being Brandy Daniels. She's a social media strategist and implementation, and she discovered that her ideal client for her social media marketing business primarily used LinkedIn. Now, take a listen into how Brandy took action on my advice, used the Social Curator resources, and then boom, she saw some results.
Hey, Jasmine. Oh my gosh, it has been a crazy, crazy month. So a month ago, I was on your podcast all about finding your ideal client. And you helped me narrow my niche and find that my client was actually on LinkedIn. So you gave me some homework to post at least 3 times a week consistently and see what happens. Well, I took it a couple steps further, and I posted 4 to 5 times a week, including video, post, checklist, how-tos, you name it. My community, my LinkedIn audience grew by 75 new contacts, new connections. And on top of that, I landed my ideal client. All thanks to you, your wisdom, your knowledge. Thank you so much for your help. I'm going to continue on this path and just keep forging forward and growing my business. Thank you again.
Later, we asked Brandy what piece of advice she had for other business owners because we wanted her to share it with curators. And she said, do the work, even if you're scared, unsure, or don't want to do it. Do it. We didn't sign up to work when we feel like it. Feel like it doesn't pay the bills. What Jasmine shares with us is viable and valuable, but only if you put it to work. Thank you, Brandy. It's like she said, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of taking action. Will you commit to showing up for your audience? I'm pretty sure, like you and me and many of us, we have struggled with motivation a time or two. I know I struggle with, not having the motivation to write a new blog post or go live on Facebook or engage with my dream customer on Instagram. But how do we change our mindset today to look at these tasks from a new perspective? Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is reliable. Are you reliable? It's so easy to say, I don't feel like posting an Instagram story today. It's harder to say, I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hey, as a business owner, it's your responsibility to be disciplined with your actions and choose to show up no matter how you're feeling. Remember, that's how true transformation occurs, right? It's showing up despite the obstacles in your way. And the Social Curator community is right behind you. If you're ready to see your own transformation, whatever that looks like for you in your business, and you're ready to build your business on a foundation of accountability and action, I'm happy to announce that the doors to Social Curator are open this week only. In case you're wondering what we're all about, allow me to give you a brief look into our mission. Yo, friends, the truth of the matter is, at Social Curator, we believe that impossible dreams are possibilities in disguise. We believe that passion and purpose are synonymous, and we believe that these are gifts that are meant to be shared by you and only you into the world. Friend, we're certain your success is done. Like, your success is a foregone conclusion. It's been done. It is written in the history books. And we know that we go farther as a group of wild dreamers and hustlers and entrepreneurs. We go farther together than making that long walk of entrepreneurship alone. And that is why we're happy to accompany you. My husband and I, remember JD, those 2 a.m. mornings I just spoke about? Well, together, we founded Social Curator in 2017 after hearing countless small business owners tell us, Jasmine, we're really frustrated with one thing, and they want more time. Since then, we have helped over 21,000 entrepreneurs develop their social media strategy and turn their followers into customers for less than a cup of coffee per day. On days when the odds are stacked against you and the sun don't shine and you can't find a single pair of matching socks. You know those days? Well, our social media resources help you grow your business, all while saving you time. Every month, our members receive lifestyle photos so that you have scroll-stopping images and customizable caption templates so you know how to talk about your business without selling your business. Bye-bye, cheesy used car salesman. Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn posts. Okay. You'll also get story templates to foster engagement with your audience that you could personalize in less than 2 minutes for stories, and a social media marketing plan to help build your business and live your dreams out loud. And because everything you want is on the other side of the community, like I mentioned before, we hold you accountable. Inside our private Facebook community, our members receive group coaching sessions with me, along with an online community of networking, collaboration, and support. If you're ready to push beyond your fears and your doubts, if you're ready to look at those people who have ever naysayed the thing that you want to do, hey, friend, join us in our private community that'll show you how to build an influential brand and market it on social media, all while living your life and your highest dreams. You could find us at socialcurator.com/join. The link is also in the show notes. But remember, y'all, enrollment closes this Friday, October 9th at 5 p.m. Los Angeles time. Now, I'm going to tell you something that just a little tiny bit might scare you. This is the moment in time when you say yes. I'm not asking you to say yes to Social Curator. I'm asking you to say yes to you. And when you say yes to you, you're saying yes to risk, yes to fear, yes to the odds stacked against you, and yes to your dreams. It's about saying yes to make an investment during a time of uncertainty because you believe that your dream is bigger than your fear. There are millions of reasons why you could talk yourself out of pursuing your big, scary dream, but you won't. Not you, but definitely not this time. You're not going to let another year pass without taking life by the horns and saying, I'm ready and I'm not backing down. 2020, you're not going to do me like that. I am going to do this, and you better be prepared for the awesomeness that I am going to bring forth. That's what you're going to say. Oh, and we're prepared for your awesomeness on the inside of Social Curator. Allow me to roll out the red carpet and welcome you with a big air hug and air high fives. Can't wait to see y'all at socialcurator.com/join. Get ready to save time, have a plan, get support, and most importantly, experience transformation from the inside out. I'll see you there.